forests of Fadir hold many secrets. The oldest and most ancient trees remember well the days of the world before, and many still harbor a connection to the mystic Feywild. As winter melts into spring, the tangled web of fate leads 3 heroes along a new path.
A little blind never held me back. What makes you think you ever could? I'll bend the smallest stone to the greatest mountain, even the moons themselves, until the world knows the name, Talamh Dall.
At some point, everyone makes the choice to follow the dark or the light. Some of us make the wrong choice, but if a criminal can return to the path of good, why can others not? Who we are is unimportant. It is our deeds that determine who we truly are, and with those deeds, even the most vile can find the spark of redemption.
Hello, I am Oliver Dunwald. Where I am from is not important. I am a traveling sorcerer who's made a living from vanquishing monsters that trouble nearby villages and farms. I hope that in doing so I may redeem myself. And please, hands off the mask.
As they venture forth to face the unknown trials and dangers of an untamed world, how will they react? Will they run from their destiny, or will they stand strong, ready themselves, and roll for initiative?
All right, we are live. Excellent. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Roll for Initiative. Episode 4, Will Blood Be Drawn? As usual, I have the full crew with me tonight. From top to bottom, we have ZerohGee.
Hello!
We have Curiosity.
Hello there.
And CashPanda.
Hey, hey.
And rounding out the group, I am PsychGuy, your friendly DM for the evening. So we're not going to waste any time tonight, because I've been really wanting to play since last session. So, where we left off, you guys had dropped off the woman that you had rescued from the cave after somehow able to persuade the Fardarig to not fight you. Which is stupid. Not a bitter DM at all. And from there, you had talked to one of the guards who had told you that the captain was waiting for you. They had the gold you had spent rescuing the other villagers from the Aridni. And then that's pretty much where we had left off. So it's about midnight in the town of Bawold, and you are standing on the edge of the town. What do you do?
He said the guard captain was waiting for us, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because we made her cry, and then I bounced, and that was
I'd like
about
to
where
go. I'd like to
That's
at least
right.
go report. I'd like to go report to the guard captain.
Okay.
Yeah, I had bounced to do that because I made her cry.
I forgot about that. All right.
Jeez, Oliver, how could you do such a thing?
The truth had to come out sometime.
Okay, you head to the barracks, and you find Pelias waiting there. He is the elf captain of the guards, and you can tell as you walk in from his expression he is incredibly concerned. He's been pacing for a while, and there's a map laid out on the table that he's just walking back and forth in front of and taking a quick glance at it every once in a while.
Ridire, maybe you should do the talking in this situation. We wouldn't want me to make anyone else cry, I suppose.
I'll just kind of lightly knock on the door to get his attention.
He looks at you and... Good, you're back. Were you successful in rescuing anyone?
We did rescue a few. Fortunately, not everyone was able to make it back.
I met the people captured by the dark fairies as they came into town. They said you had gone after a few others. Were there any survivors?
One. I believe your guardsman is already taking her to her home.
Good. Who did this? Who bought her and killed the other?
Some creature referred to by others in the forest as the Worm. We never encountered it, but I believe its threat may still remain. Now that the safety of the young lady has been ascertained, it is my intent to investigate further on the morrow.
I appreciate that. The fairy folk, these darkened fey creatures, what do you know of them?
They like money.
Not much, but it does seem they can be persuaded. I believe it's possible they could be convinced to maintain peace if perhaps trade was opened with them.
They very much like to trade with what they refer to as livestock, being any being that is they see lesser than them.
Which is pretty much anyone who isn't them.
Essentially, yes. However, they did accept gold as payment.
Yes, I was informed of that from the people you rescued. Thank you for that. Here is what you spent getting our people back. And he pushes a coin purse across the table.
If the others wish to take the payment, they will, but it's unnecessary for me, sir.
I'm gonna grab the money.
He doesn't even blink an eye that you did it. The Fey folk do you think they can be trusted?
Well, it depends on what you refer to as trusted. They are very devious. However, if you offer the right amount of coin and have a little bit of smooth talking, then I do believe that they can be reasoned with.
Yes, so much reasoning when they kidnap our people and sell them to monsters.
You must understand, they don't think of things the same way we do. They consider this forest their property, and therefore they consider others trespassers.
So the long and the short of it is, don't go, wandering around and heading towards those lights.
Perhaps it could be set up, essentially a payment to travel through their land, which would also, in the long run, essentially provide an amount of protection, because they wouldn't want paying travelers to be disrupted, I would assume.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Roll a persuasion check. Check with advantage. That is a 27. That is a 27. That is 1 point shy of maximum.
Here we go again.
There's no winning with us, is the thing. Well, we win. But
Yeah. D&D. You lose if you try and beat your players. That's the long and short of it.
You could just, bring a dragon into town.
I've done that.
Oh,
And no, you can't persuade the dragon.
Don't tell him he can't do that. He'll try again. No.
And this character's probably better at it than that one was.
No. He sits down at the desk in front of the map, and he pulls out some parchment and begins to write and says to you, there will be a reward for slaying this worm creature. And I hate to impose upon you, but if you could deliver a message to these Aridni, perhaps we can talk and come to a deal.
More than happy to attempt to bridge the gap between two people.
I know an old grandpa here is going to try to redeem this wee critter called the worm. I think it could be done.
Some creatures
are beyond redemption.
Right,
That will be ascertained once we encounter.
just don't get yourselves killed in the name of redemption. You've done great things here. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Please head back to the inn, rest, eat, prepare yourselves. The dark forest is safer in the morning, and you've been through a lot tonight.
Thank you. We shall.
The town is in curfew. We will be safe. The guards know to avoid any areas that lights might appear. Thank you.
So out of character, just out of curiosity, have there been lights that have been appearing since this all went down, or have they kind of stopped on that temporarily? I'm just curious.
They've pretty much stopped for the night.
Cool.
They haven't seen any since you guys went venturing off.
So, hey, that's a good sign. I don't know how long that can last, but at least for now. Alright, yeah. I'll
go back to the inn then.
Yeah, I'll go to the inn.
Yep, going back to the inn. Time to go to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Dear gosh.
They got delivered. Okay, we're gonna I'm going to present this live for you guys. So
Uh-oh.
This is awesome.
Okay.
Let's see if that appears on the stream. I don't think it will. No, it
Where
won't.
are you?
How do I do this? How do I do this for our viewers?
What are you trying to do?
I am trying to share something for you guys and the viewers at the same time.
You can maybe put it through Roll20.
Maybe. All right. While I get this figured out, because this is really cool, you guys head back to the inn, and the minute you walk in, Kathnia is at the bar, looking a little worse for wear, looking a little tired. And the rest of the place is empty. The minute you walk in, she jumps up and, kind of fixes her hair, fixes her apron, and says, "You're back. You're back, and you rescued all those people."
This comes as a surprise to you.
This far out in the woods, there's not a lot of selflessness. One of the two. I'm tired. Bear with me. There's not a lot of selflessness. You've done an amazing thing, and we'll forever be grateful for this. Thank you.
It was the least I could do. Helping others is a noble task.
All I ask is if anyone asks you about it, you just tell them who did it.
Oh, we will be spreading the word far and wide.
It is okay. You don't have to do that much. It is fine.
Fine, you can say I did it.
Talamh can take all the credit. That's perfectly fine. She did wonderful out there.
These two don't want their names known. That's fine, but I sure do.
Well, I'll respect your privacy, and Talamh, dear, what is your favorite meal?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
You think about it? I'll name a special after you.
That would be amazing.
That's a great honor.
It's the least I can do, but like you said, there's nothing more noble.
You're too kind, Kathnia.
Well, you must be tired. It's been a long day, I'm sure, so please, go, retire. The food will be prepared and brought to your waiting room as soon as it's done.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back up to the room.
Okay. And with that, you guys did level up, so you didn't need to do any kind of a rest. I'm wondering if these files are going to be too big. We'll see. Multitasking with awesomeness.
It's a little warm in that helmet. The good one's the winter king.
All right. So.
I roll for sleep. Roll for sleep.
Roll for sleep. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to be doing something, which is really funny because the chat might actually get to see it first.
I rolled a 15 for sleep.
Wait, we have to roll for sleep?
No, I'm just doing that because I'm an idiot.
Everybody
Whoa.
roll for sleep.
Okay, we're rolling for sleep.
I got average sleep.
Please be in that one. Please be a... Dang. That would have been awesome.
Crit fail on sleeping. I'm too tired to sleep.
Alright. Did I move
Funny.
you guys over to the
Sleep
blank
around
page?
dead.
I did not.
Blank page. Now I see him.
Oh, it's just a graph. Sheet of graph paper.
For now.
Look at this graph.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh, that's big. Gotta scale that down a little bit. Gotta get everything on one page.
That's amazing.
Here comes the next one.
Man, I need to draw doodles for people on Fiverr.
Do.
This is so cool. And there.
Wait, is Oliver really that short?
No, but I'll worry about actual sizing them when, you know. We had talked about having like a little page you could put up if your webcam isn't working or if you have to step away. These are going to be them.
Oh my goodness, I might have to step away more often just to get that to show up.
Well, it's also going to replace our screen for starting soon, and if we need to, like, and if we need a break in the middle, I'm gonna make a page that has that.
That is adorable.
Fantastic.
There's one more. Where is it?
More.
Well, yeah.
Who could it be?
Who the bloody else could there be?
I'm so happy right now.
I was happy once.
Yeah.
I like it.
There it is. There it is. Let me make sure it's perfect in the chat. Yes, they can see it.
Yay!
That is so cute.
So, this complete distraction is brought to you by our new chibi us's. What is happening?
Oh my god.
Oh, I have a serious face and it makes me happy.
I think I'm going to use that to replace my current YouTube icon.
Oh yeah, this is my new avatar for everything now.
Oh, I know. Holy crap.
All right.
Is that a sleep
wow.
bubble on Ridire?
Yeah, sure.
What? Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Or maybe a monocle?
Looks a little bit like a monocle.
I don't know where my monocle is. If I knew where it was, I would put it on her. Because I'm a...
All right. Let's get back into it. The notification that had come in, and I was like, I've been waiting a full week for this. So
You should use those tiny versions and have those replace us on the battle map.
yeah, that might be a thing.
Those are just too gorgeous to like not see all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out, by the way, to Biaka on Fiverr. That's BEAKKA for the for all of it.
Thank you.
It's amazing work and delivered
Yeah,
on
those are really cool.
time and exactly what I was hoping for. And she gave me the full source files for everything, so I have the photoshopped versions if I need to change anything around.
Cool.
So
Nice.
I will be approving that soon for her tonight. But that is, man, that's more than I could hope for. So huge shout out to her. If you're watching this, give her some, give her some jobs, because she delivers. And
Yep.
actually, while we're doing that, for her, I should shout out the other guy on Fiverr that I've used. Stavros Tavrou. STAVROSSTAVROU. He's the one who did the music for our intro. So,
Oh, yeah, cool.
huge shout out to those two who have done amazing work for the channel. They have no idea how much they've helped out with this. So, all right. With that being said, 8 hours have passed. You guys have had a full rest. You are feeling very good. You are feeling, like you've done a really good deed. You have some direction in where to go next, and so you are ready to start the day.
Feel pretty. Oh, soap.
Breakfast has already been laid out in your room. It is above and beyond what you've been having. Like, the food has been good up to this point, but this is the freshest fruit, the perfect bacon. Like, if you like it super crispy, it's super crispy. If you like it kind of crispy on one side, but not overly done, it's perfect. Bunch of eggs, fresh bread, like,
Oof.
yeah. It's very clear that not only has Kathnia been up early to cook for you guys, she probably had some help from the locals in procuring all of this stuff.
I will eat the breakfast.
I'll go to my room and eat my breakfast. Alone.
Ridire, what's all on the table? Describe it to me. It all smells too good.
Tomatoes, sausages, nice crispy bacon.
Oh, that sounds lovely. That reminds me, I gotta go see Kaznia. She's got a special with my name on it.
Yes.
Gotta tell her what it is first.
All right. So you head downstairs?
Yep, I'm doing that. I'm
Okay.
too excited to have something named after me.
As you walk down, there is a note on the bar counter and a rolled up. Well, you wouldn't actually see that. So
I would probably know that there's paper on there, but I would have no
Yep.
idea what's on it.
You see paper and paper
Huh.
on the bar. One is rolled up and one is in a little triangle fold.
I'll let someone who knows what's on it deal with it.
It sounds like me. I'm assuming you want me to see what's on the paper.
Oh, that's.
Are you gonna come get one of us, or are you just gonna wait?
I'm just gonna wait. I'm too excited.
I mean, after I've eaten a quick meal, I'll put on my helmet and head straight down. So.
Talamh, roll a
Yes.
perception check. Unnat 20. Good grief, guys.
That's not. It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, a nat.
Dirty 20.
Wow. That
I have to
It's
punish
an
that 20.
unnatural 20.
Welcome back to Roll for Initiative's ASMR moment where we creep you out by
Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Lord.
I'm gonna
That might have been a little
refrain
too
because
much even for
otherwise
me.
it's gonna get a lot worse. I'm gonna refrain.
Alright.
I'm
But
gonna
you
step
don't.
back.
You guys don't want. You don't want to lean into this. All right.
Not right now.
I've never known you not to lean into something. Okay.
All right, so Kaznia, where are ya?
You sit at the bar and get impatient, and jump down, and as
Probably
your
left.
feet hit the ground, you also start to listen a little bit more closely to what you can hear, and you can hear the faint sound of music, of voices starting to come from the center of town, is where it sounds like it's coming from.
Festival today.
That's right. Today, you remember, is the celebration of Lathander, marking the transition into spring. And
Oh, yeah.
now the people have even more of a reason to celebrate.
That's right.
It's at this point that Ridire comes down the steps after having eaten and getting changed into his plate mail and everything,
Well,
or whatever it is.
unless you're gonna give me plate mail.
No, not yet.
Might as well
all
make
in
it.
due time, you tank.
It might as well be mithril mail if we're giving it out for free.
I can giveth.
And taketh.
Dear, roll 20 to persuade the DM to give you this.
I'm waiting to see if he does it.
Well, one of them was a nat 20. So if I had advantage.
Oh,
No.
If
how do
only.
you keep rolling nat 20s, guys?
You've gamed a lot of D&D with me before, and I never play a character that is this good and kind and helpful. So the game is rewarding me.
Yeah. It's
I
amazing.
almost
I love
always
this.
play chaotic neutral people.
All right. So you're down the steps. You see Talamh just kind of bouncing excitedly.
Do I see the stuff on the counter?
Yep. And
Okay.
Katnia is nowhere to be seen right now.
Well, I will look at the stuff on the counter.
Okay. The first thing you see is a little tent piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and next to it is a rolled up piece of parchment with a seal on it.
Okay.
And the tented piece of paper reads, "Good morning. I hope your sleep was well. I did not want to disturb you, so I left you your food. The captain wished for me to deliver this letter to you. However, with the festival, I had to get going and start preparing food for all the people. Please come by the stand at some point as I have prepared the deer that you caught yesterday, and it is on the house.
I'm reading this out loud so that Talamh can hear, by the way.
Excellent.
Why does everybody get up so bloody early around here?
Well, most of them weren't up so late, traveling through the woods.
I'm assuming I'll have finished up and be coming down.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we'll wait for Oliver to come down.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna have to wait for me too, because I'm still hungry. I've got to go up and eat something.
Okay. So I'll wait for them to come down.
So, at that point, Talamh groans and goes running up the stairs at the same time that Oliver is starting to come down, and you guys pass each other on the staircase.
I'm just gonna give her a weird look and just keep walking. By weird look, I mean just blank mask stare, and just keep walking.
So a look, because that's what all of his looks
Yeah,
look
a
like.
look. A look.
And Talamh, you're blind. You don't care. You notice the shift in the air as he moves his head towards you. But food.
Too hungry to care that you're looking at me, Oliver.
I'll hand him the note once he comes down, and then we'll wait for Talamh.
Okay.
And I will take the rolled up one with the seal, and I will put it in one of my side pouches, so I have it there.
Excellent. Okay. Talamh, roll me a Constitution check.
What? Okay.
Okay. You eat quickly. In your excitement, you eat very quickly, but you manage not to get a stomachache.
And I throw some in my pockets for second breakfast.
There you go. Do you wrap it, or do you just have loose, bacon?
Just loose bacon and scrambled eggs in your pocket.
All right.
Just like Napoleon Dynamite, she has a pocket full of tater tots.
And the DC for wild animal attacks goes up.
She's a druid.
I'm not actually going to do that, but...
Oh, I know.
I could, and that's funny. Just the fact that I could do that makes me laugh.
I throw the crispiest pieces of bacon that won't collect as much pocket lint, and a couple of drier pastries. I'm not that dumb.
No, you're not dumb. You're just a kid.
Just love the idea of a little 12-year-old just reaching in their pockets and pulling out scrambled eggs.
Oh, that's gonna be my son in 6 years.
I mean, that sounds more like something a 5-year-old would do.
Okay, yeah, true.
I don't know. My 6-year-old in 6 years might do that.
He'd probably do that now, though.
Oh, he absolutely would if you let him.
My senior year, somebody came into school with just a bunch of ravioli in his shirt pocket. I'm not even talking in a can. I'm just saying, just straight ravioli.
With tomato sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And he had a bunch of cans in his backpack and would just refill it as the day went on.
In the Roll20 chat, please write who that was, because I
what was his name? What was his name?
Well, anyways, we'll head to the festival.
Yeah. All right, so you guys walk out, and in the darkness last night, you didn't actually see anything very clearly. There were shapes and stuff, but you really didn't pay any attention because you were exhausted and ready to head to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
You now see that while you were away, the town had put up a giant pillar in the middle of town and have strung multicolored fabric from it. There are many, many chicken coops around. And cages with, or not cages, but like pens with rabbits. And you watch as some parents are like picking up their kids and putting them in the rabbit pens for them to play with. There is a music group off to one area of the center of town, playing music and just entertaining a small crowd. The opposite side of that are 4 or 5 little stands, little carts. You see Kathnia at one that has a fairly long line, dishing up some kind of stew. You can smell it as you walk into town, or into the center, but you can't get a good look at it as people grab a bowl and just turn and start to walk away towards a communal eating area. And the other shops you recognize... Let's see if I have the name here still. What is her name? Sora! The caretaker of the Wizards Guild. And she is selling little pieces of paper. And kids are coming up and purchasing one and running away. You see a group of kids off in the distance who are taking these pieces of paper and they're throwing them up and they're blasting into little sparks. And there is also a gnome at one of the other little stands. And that's what you see.
Gnome doing anything, or is it just of interest because it's a gnome?
He's at one of the other carts, so he's
Selling something.
selling something.
Okay.
Well, I know where I'm going.
I'll just follow Talamh, because once she's done talking to Kathnia, I think we're gonna, or at least I want to head out straight to try and hunt down this thing.
Okay.
But so I'll follow her.
So, Talamh, you're heading straight towards Katnia, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Katnia. Alright, Oliver, what are you doing?
Is Sora seeming to sell anything interesting? She's doing anything interesting?
It looks like right now it seems to be little gimmicky scrolls, but you could approach her, see if she has anything.
Nah, I think I'll follow you then.
You could get yourself a pocket full of prestidigitation.
Oh my gosh, instead of pocket sand, it's pocket prestidigitation. We just throw a bunch of those
Fire.
papers in someone's face.
Sparkle everywhere.
That would actually probably be effective.
Oh, that moment when you create something and you don't think of the ramifications of it until somebody says something.
That means we could all have prestidigitation.
It's true. I don't need to.
Ridiere's like, you should surrender.
Anyway, I'm gonna walk up to
Pocket glitter.
Oh, Satan's dandruff.
Yeah, alright, so I'll
All
follow Talamh over to Kathnia.
You walk over and she sees you walking up and... Friends! Welcome! What can I do for you?
First of all, the breakfast was delicious. I couldn't get enough of it. Look, and I pull out what I stuffed in my pockets. It was so good. I'm gonna have some later.
She looks at you and just the biggest smile on her face, and just that you do me proud, young miss. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. There will be many more meals like that for you as long as you stay here.
That would be so grand. Oh, but I gotta tell you what my favorite meal is.
Yes.
So back home, we had someone who he was a cook from really far away, and he made this thing, and it was called cuatro quesos dos fritos. And if you don't know what that is, because I didn't know what it was at first, I can teach you how to make it.
Yes, that sounds like it might have come from one of the other continents, and you'll have to show me how to make it, but if it's as good as you say it is, it'll probably sell well and be unique around here, so we'll have the Talamh Quattro Frito. That's a long name.
Call it the Talamh special.
We'll call it the Talamh special.
Yay!
Great, because there'll be nothing else like it in the vicinity. Everyone will just think you created it. I mean, kind of, I guess, did.
You don't even have to roll, like, an insight. You can see her mind is working really fast. She's like, hero, unique food, not native to this region.
Cha-ching!
Like, this is
named
gonna
after
work
a hero.
better for me.
Named after a hero plus a new meal.
Yeah.
Profit.
Yeah. So.
All right. I'm assuming Cassie has to turn back to probably the big line of people, so we'll wave, and then I want to go find the guard captain real quick.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
The others can come along if you want. Perception check. That is a 3.
It takes
Because
you a
I am
little
really
bit.
bad at it.
It takes you a little bit. He ends up finding you.
That worked.
There's a lot of people. You're getting a lot of handshakes and congratulations, or not congratulations, but just our gratitude. We're not worthy type stuff.
Mm.
I'm going to kind of hang in the back so I don't get as much of that if possible.
Yeah, no. It's happening to you too.
I'm very uncomfortable.
I'm just going to like keep telling people like, just remember, be kind to others, and anything is possible. Just going to try and at least teach them a lesson in all of this. The more you know.
To an episode of like Reading Rainbow or something.
Butterfly in the sky.
Be
I can
good
fly just as
to each
high.
other.
And party on, dude!
Can Ridire get his own like children's TV show? I like that idea.
I would absolutely dress up as Ridire and host a children's TV show. Not even no hesitation.
Can we call it Ridiring Rainbow? Or Mr. Ridire's Neighborhood?
It's just a guy. It's dressed completely like Mr. Rogers, except
with the bucket helm. Walks in and changes his shoes and everything.
He takes off his big stompy boots and puts on the house shoes.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day in the Feywild, a beautiful day for a Fey. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, that's the
Anyway.
thing. Okay.
Won't you be my Faber?
All right. So he finds you and he says, "Are you enjoying the festival?"
Yes, it's all wonderful. Seems like people are very excited and happy.
Thanks to you.
Well, our work is not complete. I intend to set out and seek out this worm. Just wanted to talk to you about our plans briefly.
Yes. Please tell me what do you have in mind? What do you plan to do?
I'm just gonna talk to him essentially like the only clues we have are where its lair is and stuff, and that it obviously is attacking people and buying people. So I'm gonna go talk to the Aridni first to give them his note, and then see if they know anything more, and then go from there.
Okay. He is totally on board with that plan. He gives you guys, let's say, 3 days of rations, just in case you have to,
Cool.
stake out the place.
Awesome.
And, ask if there's anything else you need from him.
I don't think I can think of. Do you guys think there's anything we need?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Maybe more manpower.
No, we don't want to put anyone else at risk.
Hey, these are
I guess if
guards,
anyone
though.
wants to volunteer to come with us, I'm not going to down. But I'm
They
not.
volunteer. They know. Just make sure they understand what they're signing up for.
Yeah, but I'm not going to request it's sent along.
Don't want to get sued.
They don't seem too keen on that task, as they're not really equipped to handle something that intimidating.
Yep. It's fine. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Given that, then I think I'm ready to head out. If there's anything the other two of you guys want to do.
I wanted to eat some of this deer that we caught.
Okay, so we'll have a brunch and then we'll go out.
All right. You guys have brunch. I'm
Yay.
not really...
Does that mean mimosas?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's a thing called
Queen.
There's a thing called BrunchCon and unlimited mimosa.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Where
Yeah,
is
it's a thing.
BrunchCon?
There's like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
Where are they?
I can't remember. I'd have to look it back up, but I want to go to one sometime. I'm sure they didn't happen this year, but
Yeah.
fully intend to go to Brunch.
That sounds ridiculous.
But anyways,
Yeah. So
if there's nothing else, then I think we can set out
Yeah.
early here. Find the Aridni again.
There you go.
What?
Look at roll 20.
oh my goodness.
Is
Is that yes? He just needs a cardigan and he'll be
They don't
fully
have
equipped.
one. I'm sad.
Ah.
I looked.
No, remember, children. I like you just the way you are.
just the way you are?
It's you I like. It's you I like.
Just like word for word recreate every episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighbor.
Oh man. Yeah, it's been a long week. I've lost my damn mind.
You're
And
gonna
then
have to.
also, also Reading Rainbow, and also Bob Ross's show, and then just redo all of those as Ridire.
Happy little accidents with Ridire.
I will paint another tree because everyone needs a friend.
All right. We're gonna fast forward some of this.
Yep.
And
Yep,
basically
fast track.
let you guys get to the Aridni.
Okay.
You know the way by now. You've gone back
Yeah.
and forth. You're incredibly confident in going there. You can take your time. You arrive at the place where you stepped out of the trees, and you can hear the Aridni moving around.
Okay. What's the village called again? Bawold?
Bawold.
Bawold.
Bawold?
Yeah.
Bawold. Bawold. Bawold.
Wow.
Bawold.
Wow.
No, I say things different every time. I do it in real life too.
No, I wrote it down. Now I can't find where. All right, so I will. I'll take out the little missive from my pocket, and I'll walk slowly into the area, and I will loudly announce myself. And I will say, "It is I, Ser Ridire, bringing a missive from the city of Bawold." And I'll hold it kind of in a presentory manner. They know who I am, so hopefully they'll be at least a little bit, they won't jump to attack or anything right away.
Oh yeah, no, there's no aggression once they see who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It helps that you paid them
last
time.
So they're like, hey, there's a guy who's willing to pay us money for stuff. We're chill.
Speaking of money, did we ever split up that bag that Oliver snatched from the guy?
I mean, you two can if you want to. I don't need.
We're gonna have to have a conversation about that later.
I also have 300 gold that we could split up as well from the cave.
We'll worry about it later.
I'm just our treasurer, apparently.
Apparently. He's hoarding it all in the nose cone of his mask.
I do have dragon blood in me, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's his pillow.
He sleeps on it every night.
Just a pile of gold.
He just pours it out over his bed and just.
So.
All right.
Yeah. They approach. One of them flies down, and a lot more casual this time.
Mm-hmm.
And just. So, Cattle, you're back.
Yes.
Looking to buy anybody else?
Not currently.
There's
However, I mean, I'd potentially be interested. However, my first order of business is I have brought a missive from the city of Bawold. I do not know what it contains. I was just asked to bring it to you as a show of goodwill.
Very well. I'll take it.
Send it to the chief. I mean, the chief is the one that's talking to me. Or
nope, just a random.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Give it to him.
He takes it, opens it up, reads a little bit of it, and wait here. I'll be back soon.
Excellent. I will wait.
Jumps and flies off.
Is Cial here?
No.
Okay.
What are the other two doing?
I'm just kind of waiting.
Yep.
Okay, you guys are in plain sight. You hiding anything like that?
No.
I mean, we came in with Ridire, so we're
Okay.
just kind of hanging.
All right. right.
No point in trying to be all mischievous to them right now. We want to earn their trust, keep their trust, to hopefully get some sort of cooperation happening between them and the city. That's what this whole campaign is going to just turn into us like forging diplomatic relations.
Oh, it'll be like no D&D campaign ever. So we are unique.
It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's antechambers and ambassadors. I got you with that one.
I just hope we don't have to get into aggressive negotiations.
I love you guys. I love you all. Okay.
So we're waiting.
You have to wait like maybe a minute, and the entire time you can see Aridni are flying around. Some are making a new cart out of some lumber. Others are just kind of lounging around. One is obviously practicing with a bow. And a little less than a minute goes by, and the Aridni and the chief come flying down to you. The chief addresses all three of you and says, "It appears that the cattle want to make a truce. I'm assuming you have something to do with this?"
I just told them that I believe it would be best to see if we could have friendly communication. Obviously, you are not unintelligent people. You're very capable and willing to talk and trade. So I don't see why they could not extend the same courtesy.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, when it suddenly turns bad.
It's gonna be a nat 1.
It's a 13 unless I have advantage. Ooh, wait. I have inspiration. Does that just let me roll again, or does that give me advantage on the roll? I don't remember how inspiration.
I'm looking it up again because I forget. I feel like it just adds... if
You can expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. It gives you advantage. So I'm going to spend that, and it's going to be a 21 instead.
Okay. Wow. You guys are just all about making friends, aren't you?
Ridire is. It might not work so well forever.
I mean, if you want, I could give you Eagle Splendor the next time, and you can just have advantage on charisma checks.
If I want, I can just call upon the divine right and give myself a +5.
All right.
So
I do a lot of damage if I do acid damage.
if
Oh.
he's Plan B.
Oh man.
Negotiation doesn't work, then swift retribution follows.
Okay. The chief, you can see him thinking to himself, and he says, "Cattle tend to put up a bit of a fight when threatened, and now that they know of our location, I'd rather not have to move, as this is our territory. You can return to them and tell them that in 2 days' time, we will provide an escort to talk.
Well, all anyone could ask for. Opportunity to talk. Thank you.
Seems you have made a name for yourself.
Trying to help people be the best they can be.
Some would see it noble. I see it noble as long as there's profit in it.
Fair enough.
We will be there.
Well, I will make sure they are aware.
He nods. And then, is there anything else that you need?
Well, I was going to ask if you knew and were willing to share or offer more information. I'm willing to pay for it, of course, as we've done in the past, about this worm being.
Worm being.
That is what I was told was the title.
And who told you of this title?
One of the Fardarig. His name was Sial. He said he would be coming to seek you out.
He came through here. Chose not to stay, said it was too close for comfort.
Understandably, based on what he had told me.
Can I roll an insight?
Yeah.
I don't trust them. This is out of character.
10.
Well, I'm standing on rock
Yep.
or ground, so
Oh.
17.
17.
There you go.
No, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
You're not getting any sense of deception from him at all.
Cool.
So it says that he laughs to himself a little bit and says, "The Fardarig are simple-minded. Cattle bad, magic cattle worse. And then their own neck is the most important thing."
I sensed that in our interaction.
If Sial referred to this thing as the worm, it probably has a different name. That's all he could remember from it.
I see. So I'm assuming the name means nothing to you.
Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you.
We have heard
Right.
word of a cave full of worms many, many miles away from here. But I doubt that that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't believe that would be the same. Although I'll keep note of it, in case perhaps it ends up being good. Alright, well, that was the only question I had. Thank you once again
Yes.
for your generosity.
The next
I'll kind of
time the
like bow.
information will not come cheap.
Understandable. I'll bow respectfully. And then I guess we'll move out and figure out where we want to go next.
Okay. And the chief gives a polite little nod before moving back to his house.
Cool. Well, that went smoother than I thought it might. So that's good. I mean, I did have to use my inspiration, but that's what it's for.
Should we head to the cave that we last kind of knew?
Well, I'm worried that might take a while, and we might want to inform the city about this whole 2 days thing to meet up with the Aridni. Because we're only, it only takes like a couple of hours to get from here to the town.
Yeah, it's about... What did I say the last time? I thought it was only like a half hour?
Yeah, so it's not that far.
Their encampment was very close if you knew your way through the woods.
Mm-hmm. So I think it might be better to swing by, talk to the guard captain real quick, and inform him of the response to his missive, and then head out.
All right.
Just that way, in case we get embroiled in something or lost or whatever, then the Aridni don't show up and be like, "Where are they? They obviously don't want to meet with us." Blah, 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 you know, that would be bad. So that's my thought.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and we can fast forward that if you want to, because we're just going to run back, talk to him really fast, and then head back out again. So.
Yeah, we're not going to repeat the same conversation. So, you guys head there, talk to him. He's thankful, and then you can head wherever you want.
So are we going for that cave then?
On your return, Katnia does have a little cloth sack of some deer meat and rolls for each of you.
Yum.
Yay. Thank you, Katnia.
I will
Venison
keep
jerky
them
is
for later.
good stuff.
I love venison so much.
Yeah.
I once fed venison to a fox. In the middle of the woods. It was awesome.
That's
Nice.
Yeah.
You rolled high on your animal handling check.
I did. It took it right out of my hand.
All right, yeah. So I guess if everyone's on board, we'll head back towards where this cave was, I guess.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
Yep. This is a cave of worms.
Well, I think that's a different cave, but
We could go to that cave though. Check it out.
we could later on. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, man.
I like worms.
See some people, make a friend,
Try to redeem the worms.
try to redeem the worm. Oh, how are they spelling worm? O-R-M or Y-R-M?
Very different connotations on those two.
Yes, means something very different. Yeah.
Right.
Actually, yeah. How is that? Is that Y or with an O?
Well, the Aridni just said it, so we don't know.
Oh, and the Derek just said it, so we also
Yep.
don't know.
I think I wrote it in my notes as W-Y-R-M.
I think I did too.
I wrote it as W-O-R-M.
No, I did W-O-R-M, parentheses, W-Y-R-M, question
Because
mark.
the Far Dark says it looks like a twisted human with skin like swamp water.
Yeah.
So he's probably thinking, she looks very wormy. Okay.
Nice. A new notepad.
Just copying something over for my notes.
You're fine. I'm gonna get my notes caught up to where we're at right now.
And no, come on. You can do it. There we go. All right. So, you're heading to the cave?
Yes.
Okay. The whole forest looks very different, being that it's, daytime now. Even though the tree cover blocks out the majority of the light, and so it's still very dark, lots of shadows. It feels brighter. The, say, noon-ish time that you're traveling makes for a fairly easy journey. So why don't all of you roll me a survival or nature check with advantage? Wow.
Notes. Let's see. Survival or nature. Survival higher than my nature. Okay.
All right, it's a nat 20.
I will say this. I have gotten a ridiculous level of nat 20s in this campaign so far. It's
Yes.
scary. I'm
Yes,
really
you have.
worried
What
about what's
the
going to
hell?
happen later because they're going to run out eventually and it's going to be bad.
Yeah, one of us will pick them up though. It'll be fine.
So
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
the rolls overall were a 22, a 16, and a nat 20, making it a 21. The last time it took you guys like 4.5 hours or so to make it back from the cave.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to beeline and make exceptionally good time, and it actually only takes about 3.5 hours.
I mean, it's pretty easy. We're able to follow the very heavy chainmail footprints from the night before.
You follow the path, but not only do you follow the path and get there fast, you don't encounter anything nasty along the way. It is
I'm
a
gonna take that as a win.
uneventful journey to the cave.
Okay.
Talamh, what's the distance on your blind sight?
60 feet.
Okay. And how far does sound travel?
A lot further than that.
That's like my earth sense goes out 60 feet.
Yeah.
Depends on how loud it is, of course. But
1/5 of a mile in 1 second, or 1 mile in 5 seconds.
So about 1,000 feet.
yep.
Okay. So, as you approach the cave, and you start to recognize the dead trees and the slightly uneven terrain that then becomes more rocky, everything reminds you of... You recognize it all from what was only like 12 hours ago when you did it, when you traveled on it. So, very, very easy to know where you are. You hear, coming from that direction, a grating, awful, shrieking noise.
Is it just me or is that everybody?
Everybody.
Okay.
You can pinpoint its direction a lot better than everybody else, but everybody can start to hear this.
You boys hearing that?
Yes, it is not sound pleasant.
I think it's coming from over there. And I point to where I
Is
hear
it
it coming
coming-
from.
Is it coming from like the direction of the cave?
It is.
Yep. How should
Is
we approach
there-
this?
Is there an easy way to kind of sneak up to a somewhat of a vantage point that we could kind of see what's going on in the area? Or
So you remember from the previous
Yeah.
night that there wasn't much of a high ground. There are trees that you were able to sneak through and get a good glimpse into the cave. And so you could use, kind of that same route you took last time.
Hmm.
Otherwise, the rock face that the cave is in is, as I had said, it's still under the canopy of the trees, but it's fairly tall. It's probably about 3 stories high where the cave entrance is, and it stretches out a couple of miles in either direction as this kind of mountainous, well, not mountainous, but this hilly, rocky area.
Are we like at the edge of the tree line where we can see this rock and the cave's on the other side?
No, you're still about 500 feet
Okay.
from this, as you've been hearing the sound, and so
I fear this worm may be more difficult to reason. Perhaps I should move ahead, and we can approach slowly.
Should we just go in, sword to swing, and get the drop on it?
We
Or
could
do we
do
have
like
to
we
give it a
did with
chance?
the Fardarik. Spook it a little bit and then assess what our next steps are based on the reaction.
So what you're
That
saying
seemed
is
to work well.
you're going to mumble something, and I'm going to ask you to repeat it.
Let's go with Ridire's plan with this one.
All right. I will walk slowly and cautiously to that tree line. I'm not going to necessarily go try to be exceptionally stealthy, but I'm not running. I'm not going to make any extra noise.
Okay.
I'm on my guard, but of course I don't have my weapon drawn because I don't do that unless I have to.
Okay.
Oh, actually, before we do this, can I hand these two a stone?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, that works. And I will also cast Protection from Evil and Good on Oliver.
Okay, and what does that protect from again?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature is protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Okay.
Those creatures of those type have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, and the target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
Okay. But it is a concentration spell.
How long do they all last?
That one lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
How long is Magic Stone?
Let me look. Mine's probably only going to last about a minute. So I could hand you more if it runs out.
Sure.
Okay. Because, like I said, right now you guys are about 500 feet. And if you can go
And you can definitely... Yeah, you can wait on the stones if you want to, but the protection
I'll
will
wait.
last 10 minutes.
I'll wait till we're about to go in.
Okay.
60
I just want to
feet
get to
every 6 seconds, so in a minute you can go far.
500 feet, so 1 minute would get us to the tree line.
Yeah, but it would run out then.
Yeah, so I'd wait until we're at the tree line, maybe.
All right, yep, I'll do that.
All right, so
We
we'll
get
say
to
you
the tree
guys
line.
get to the tree line.
Yeah.
You've already cast your spell.
Yeah.
Upon approaching it, Talamh, you're able to take a couple of rocks and hand them to the others. And as you're getting closer, the shrieking does turn into a mix of different languages. How
Can
many
we
of you
understand
speak
any of them?
Sylvan?
I do.
Only Talamh.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. How many of you speak Draconic?
I do.
Okay. You're all able to get glimpses of different languages or different words. Some you understand, some you don't. So for Talamh and Oliver, it intermixes and you don't understand what the other does. But the gist of what you can gather is something along the lines of, where is it? What happened? What's going on? And curse, and just curses, just various, it's not fair, lots of bad words.
Oh,
Is this
too
Gollum?
naughty.
Lots of like, this shouldn't happen to me.
Oh my gosh. We've encountered a wild Karen.
So, yeah, that's what you're hearing as you approach the cave.
Do we see the far Darg?
Roll a perception check.
I will roll a perception check.
Can we all roll one?
Sure.
That's an 8.
That's a
And
7 and a
well,
21.
Talamh got a 21.
I'm very
Good thing
perceptive.
Talamh is part of the team.
Oh man, I love the fact that the two people wearing helmets just completely restricts their line of sight, while the person who sees with her feet sees everything.
I see more than you do, and I can't even see.
She's like our seeing eye dog. Literally, if she goes into wolf form.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my god.
Oh. Wow.
All right. So Oliver and Ridire are distracted by all the yelling and the like various language switches. Talamh, you do not sense any Fardaric, and you're too far away to sense anything in the cave as in terms of seeing anything. But you don't see any Fardaric in the vicinity, and you don't hear them. You're only hearing the one voice.
Okay. I guess I relay to them. I think her guards are gone for good.
What do you do? How do you proceed?
Should I just walk in?
Waltz right up to. Hang on. If we
And
waltz up to
you
the
guys
edge,
can kind of hang back.
if we waltz up to the edge of the cave, can I use my my feet to sense where they might be inside the cave? Or is that too
Yeah.
game breaking?
No.
Like from the outside of the cave, where they wouldn't be able to see us.
Like on this, like not at the entrance, but like on the side of it.
Yeah, just to see like where they might be in there.
Yeah. It depends on how much they're moving around, and
Yeah.
depends on if you can approach it enough that they don't notice you.
Well, I suppose that would be true.
But if you want to try it, go for
I mean,
it.
we have to get we got to go up to the cave anyway.
If
so-
you want, I'll just walk right into the entrance, and you guys
Hello
can hang
there.
back. Yeah,
Sure.
I ain't
Well,
screwed.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna hang back. We'll hang back out of sight.
Yeah, just
But-
out of
but
sight is what I'm saying. So
just
if it
out of
rushes,
sight.
if it rushes at me, then all of a sudden, acid ball to the face, bite from a stone wolf. You know.
Something, yeah.
Or like or the tall of elbow or whatever we named.
The cannon doll.
The cannon doll. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, so I will just freaking walk right into the entrance of the cave and look in, like standing just outside of it.
Okay.
And these two can follow behind me, 10, 15 feet, whatever they're wanting to do.
Sure, I'll be about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Are you going to pull up the map, or are you going to...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the process. I redid the map slightly to make it, because I figured this would happen. Hey, I accurately predicted something for once.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Whoa.
Whoa, the cave is a lot bigger than it used to be.
Get in the grid. What the heck? Get in the grid.
Yeah. So technically we'd actually be standing just outside, but yeah.
Yep. But, yeah.
Yeah, just this works to get us on the map. Yep.
Alright, hold on, I forgot that I wasn't playing the music again. I really gotta remember that, but here's the battle music is going now, so... Sorry, audience, I was supposed to be playing music underneath all of that, but...
Does that only show up on the stream?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna have to rewatch the entire stream.
Well...
You haven't been already?
No, I have.
Only at the minute 26 point when I started playing the music.
Alright.
Alright. You walk in, and actually it's over there. You see a hunched over figure rifling through stuff. There are clothes strewn everywhere. Basically everything that was in that chest that you guys found. Everything that you didn't take is now out across the floor in just piles. And upon entering, let's see, 14 and a 15. You're not being stealthy, so that's gonna see you. It's going to turn and look at you, Ridire, and say, in a very shrieky, awful voice, "What do you want? Why are you here?"
I had no plan. My plan was having no plan.
Yeah, Ridire, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do what Ridire would do, because Ridire is a really good guy, but he is not the smartest. And he's gonna look it right in the face, and he's gonna say, "I am Ser Ridire, and I have come to give you one chance to redeem yourself, creature."
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Okay, I actually want this to be low so we actually get in a fight, guys, but I have to play him. That's 16. Pretty mediocre for Ridire.
Okay. It looks at you. The description matched what CL had said. I mean, greenish, just like the color swamp water, skin, tattered clothing, long, dark hair, distorted features, long nose, warts, all the
Sort of hag creature.
And she says to you, "Creature? Who are you calling a creature? Do you know who I am?" And And she is going to... Let's see, what's the... Yep. Yep. She's going to cast... that. Alright, so that is going to be a range. Where's my dice? That is going to be a 15.
Against my AC, that is big fat miss. Just easily parried with my shield.
Yep. A sickening green bolt of energy comes flying out of her finger as she points at you. And roll for initiative.
Woo! Roll for initiative. Wait, do I like Zelda whip it back at her and we're about to play baseball?
No.
Or tennis, I should say.
Or
Wait, my initiative modifier isn't correct in here. That should be... There should be 5. There should be 11.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I rolled a 16.
Good job.
Right.
I do, however, get to use my disarming personality.
Yep.
So I get to do another persuasion check with an additional +3. And I'm going to say, I have said it once, and I will say it once more. Do not fight. Turn away from evil. And this will end amicably. And I will roll my persuasion. That is a 26.
All right.
I'm assuming it's gonna fail, but it's what I do.
It's your turn.
Or so it didn't work. Okay. Then
Yeah, it's your turn in the initiative order, so
so I don't know what's happened. Yep, that's fine. The two of them are still a little bit further back, so it doesn't see them yet. So I'm the only one in danger right now.
Yep.
So see, I already have concentration, protection from evil and good on him. That's concentration. That's concentration. That's not concentration. Are they within 30 feet of me?
I said I was hanging 10 feet back.
Yeah.
Just out of sight.
Okay. I'm gonna draw out my sword and I'm gonna say, "Draw me only with reason." And then I'm gonna cast Aid. My spell bolsters my allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. This is not concentration and it lasts 8 hours.
Wow.
So all of us get 5 more hit points for 8 hours.
Okay.
And that's all I will do. It's just a defensive, prepared to be attacked strategy. To see if it decides to not immediately, to maybe actually listen. But I'm assuming it won't. And yeah, that's all I'll do.
Okay. That will end your turn. Oliver, you're up.
I'm just gonna kind of hang back, honestly.
Kip?
I'm not
You
really
can
gonna do anything.
you can hold an action. So you could prepare a spell for a trigger or something.
If it starts to act violently, I want to prepare to use Acid Ball.
Okay.
If it starts gunning towards him, I just want to,
So you're currently out of the area.
Oh, am I out of the
Yep. Remember, you guys are in the entryway, but you're
It'd basically be if it gets right up next to me.
Okay, so out here.
Because I'm sure we saw the little energy beam smack off the shield.
Yeah, you
yeah.
saw me go.
And you're able to hear everything. You just don't have a line of sight
Right.
on her.
Yeah, it's
And-
Well, I'm
definitely
gonna-
echoing out of the cave.
Can I prepare movement? Like,
Nope.
okay, so I don't really got
So
I mean,
you
do you
can
have,
wait
like,
to
a-
see if she runs up and then trigger it.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
like if you have like firebolt or something similar to that, like a cantrip. If you don't want to necessarily burn something so big right away.
I guess I'll prepare poison spray for if she runs up.
Okay.
Which
All right.
Cool.
So she reaches line of sight.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Essentially, if she's charging at me.
All right. XCOM rules. If we move within
Overwatch.
line of sight, you're firing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Curiosity. Talamh, you're up.
Oh, it rolled low in it.
Yeah, I'm going to. I should lay out some spiked growth for when if she runs up to us, or I could prepare entangle. I'm trying to think.
Ooh.
No, entangle is just a one level 1 spell. We'll prep and entangle.
Yeah, but I mean, making her not be able to move
That's
with all
What,
of
not
us
move?
there able to wail on her.
yeah. Let's prep and entangle in case she gets to, I don't know, here.
Point at it again.
Like it passes
Okay.
this line.
All right.
Basically, when she gets right up within 10 feet of me, essentially.
Yeah, so like anywhere in that radius.
So line of sight similar to
Yeah.
Oliver, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if she breaches this line,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to draw.
If she breaches that
yeah.
line, all hell breaks loose.
Right.
in acid entanglement.
Not
All
sound like.
right. This brings it to her turn. Okay. Crap. Why'd I do that? Alright, I'm back. Yeah, yes, okay. The creature is going to point at you, Ridire. You must make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. I'm proficient in wisdom saving. But my wisdom score. That is a 10.
Oh. That fails.
Okay.
Alright. The end of each of the target's turns. Alright. Ridire, what would you say your greatest fear is?
Probably. I don't know. Not being able to save someone.
Alright. The
Failing.
you watch as in front of you the zombified corpses of Talamh and Oliver crawl out of the ground and start screaming at you about how you failed them.
Why couldn't you save me, Ridire?
You are now frightened.
We were counting on you.
Okay. So frightened means I have disadvantage on attack rolls, and I can't move closer to what's making me afraid.
Yep.
Okay. So essentially, my response to that would just be to hold a defensive stance, probably. I would assume, since I'm already weapon drawn.
And then with that, it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Because she doesn't know that there's a spell there. She doesn't know either of you are there. She's just going after her prey.
Just sees me. So I was the bait, exactly like I intended.
I gotta play it fair.
No, exactly.
Play it fair. I can't metagame for her benefit. So, Oliver, your spell would trigger first.
Yeah, is she within 10 feet, though, is the question? Because I definitely looked afterwards, and it's definitely a range of 10 feet.
No.
Probably not.
I'm just out, so I want to do it anyways, just to be like, I could have. But
I mean,
you have to target the square that she's in.
No, it's a cantrip, right? So it's
a cantrip.
You have to target a creature, I think, within 10 feet or something.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, cantrips are generally close range, so.
Yeah, and it won't hit, but
you'll spray some acid out, like, ooh.
You'll be like, oh, well, it's actually a cloud of poison gas.
Yeah,
is what it is, but
it's a magic fart.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let's be real.
Like, I'm here now. Stay away.
All right, and then Talamh, yours triggers.
She's got to make a DC 15 strength check.
Ooh, I have a feeling strength is probably not as high as that, but you never know. Might be one of those more balanced ones. Obviously has some spell casting.
That'd be a nat 1.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that doesn't make it any worse. It just means it's a failure, but still.
Get restrained.
So it is restrained.
Okay, so turn the area into difficult terrain.
No, this is entangle.
This is entangle.
Yep.
So it just makes it restrained, which is its speed becomes 0, cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and its attack rolls have disadvantage, and it has disadvantage on dex saving throws.
Okay.
Which is what it would make for an acid ball. Cough, cough.
Yeah, well, the thing is that it's an explosion of 20 feet.
Yeah, but you don't have to designate a creature target. You have to designate a space target, I believe. So you can designate a space behind it.
Yeah, let me look at it.
So it can charging at me after like putting fear into me, and then all of a sudden these roots or actually the rock probably, because yours it's gonna be rock.
Yep.
Like the rock of the bottom of the floor of the cave, just like around its feet.
Like a whole bunch of the stalagmites just come up and form like a pinching cage on her.
And she's like,
Okay. Ridire, you're up.
all right, so I can't approach it because I'm still feared, and I'm assuming I don't get to make another saving throw till the end of my turn. So,
you've got a stone.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you'll do a wisdom saving throw.
I do have a stone. Is the stone still magical that I have that she gave me?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
I'm gonna chuck the rock at it because I'm scared.
So that's gonna be you're gonna have a +7 to hit, and it's gonna be a 1d6 + 4.
So I will just roll manually.
And you have advantage on it.
7.
Yes, you do.
Because it's restrained.
Yep. Well, that first roll was a 26, so I will roll just in case I get a crit. But I doubt it. No. Okay, so the 26. So it's what you said, 1d6 plus what?
1d6 + 4, because it's my wisdom modifier.
Yes. So 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah.
And then just shield back up in panic because I'm scared, but I'm not going to retreat.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
And I'll make a wisdom saving throw again to see if I can end this. Come on, God. Oh, wait a second. I have advantage on saving throws because of my aura.
Oh, yeah.
So technically my last time it would have been a 15. But I forgot then, so we'll just keep that. We'll say I failed, and then I have advantage on it this time.
Yep.
I forgot about that, so that was my bad. So 16 then.
Haha, you beat it.
Woo, good. Okay, so I'm not afraid anymore.
Wait. Yes, you beat it.
Yay! Okay, so like I'm assuming the illusion melts away, and I'm like, it wasn't even real.
Yep, the spell.
And the fact that I heard both of them like yelling out their spells probably kind of helped break me out of it.
Yeah.
But they can't be dead. They're right here. Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh wait, no, it's not advantage. Crap. I think it's not. I think it might have.
Read it carefully, because this'll.
Yeah, it might just be a big bonus. So let's wait before we determine. Aura of protection, charisma bonus equal to my charisma modifier. So actually, it would have been a +5. So then it would have kept that 7. So it would have been a 12. So I'm assuming that actually probably still fails.
That does fail.
Okay, so I'm still feared, but that's fine. I'm just sitting here, shield up.
Well, you also take.
Do I take damage?
You take 14 psychic damage.
Ow! Oh, I'm not resistant to that kind of damage.
As the fear and the panic overtakes you, and you feel your head just throbbing in pain.
Okay. That's not fun. But at least it's only me. They can hopefully do a lot now that it's restrained.
Oh.
So that was my turn, so I think it's...
And it took damage, so concentration to keep the spell on.
Oh, yep.
What is that? What modifier is that?
It's a Constitution, and it's either 10 or however much damage you took, whichever is higher. Which it was 9, so it'll be 10. That it has to beat to keep.
Okay. Still there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Oliver, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Acid Ball. Right here.
Okay.
And we get advantage because it's restrained, correct?
Yes, but
it's
Acid
to
Ball.
a point. So
Acid Ball, it just makes a saving, and it is disadvantage on a Dex saving throw. Yeah, it gets disadvantage because it's restrained.
All right. Dex saving throw. So.
And what's your spell save DC?
Let me look real quick. Where is that again? Spells save DC is 15.
It got an 11.
Ah, good.
Okay, so it takes full
now
damage.
It takes 39 acid damage plus.
Oh my god.
Plus, it's the same as my type because I am acid, which means it does +4.
So 43 acid damage.
I like this.
This is what happens when we have to plan B.
I need the calculator.
I have a feeling it's going to fail its Constitution saving throw to keep the spell on me.
Well, it needs to roll what? A 43?
It has to roll a 43. But you can determine as the DM that a nat 20 would succeed.
No!
It's
No,
auto-fail.
that was over half of its life.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll anyways just to see how this fails. Because if it's a 1, nope, it wasn't a 1.
Okay.
So,
good.
yeah,
It gets hit by a giant explosion of acid, and I'm like, oh.
the acid blast also covers the zombified form of your friends. And they disappear as you hear and see this hags just shriek and scream. It's hard to tell what's acid and flesh, because all of it's dripping at this point and all of it's green.
Gross.
And then with my movement and bonus action, I want to get up to. Can I? So how am I? Like 10 feet away? So it'd be like 5, 10, 15, 20, like here.
Yeah.
And then I want to touch Ridire on the shoulder and cast Dragon's Breath to do acid damage as well. So now he can breathe fire. So he chews, or I guess acid. So he chews on his turn.
What's the range on that?
15-foot cone.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
So
But
I'm
it will be
assuming
3d6 damage if he succeeds.
It takes an action for me to do that, or
Let me cast it. Choose an action, yeah.
okay, cool.
Until the spell ends, which is concentration up to a minute.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Wow.
I think it's almost to me now.
And that'll be my turn.
so. I'm
Get it
going.
with a rock.
Do I need to assume that I know that you're giving him that breath cone thing?
You
Um,
saw him touch, but you wouldn't know exactly what the spell is that he's casting.
Although he has cast it on you before.
Yeah, he's
so
cast it on me
Yeah.
before, so I think I would recognize that particular motion.
It
Yeah.
probably has
I'll
has verbal components. I mean,
All right, so I'm going to Magic Stone up and hand one off to these guys again as my bonus action.
thank
Okay.
you.
And away we go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we've got advantage on her.
Oh, that's right. So yeah. Yay, advantage. Man, that entangle is gonna come in handy.
That hits. Roll for damage.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Is she immune to any type? No. Alright. Well,
I suppose I could have run in and used a quarterstaff and an unarmed strike, but that's all right. Rocks are more my thing. Yeah, I'm gonna hang back here with them because
Why waste your magic when Oliver's,
yeah, I
You
just
get
saw
to-
what
you get to
Oliver did. I'm
you get
like,
to chillax.
I'm good just kind of holding her
You're
here.
like, throw a rock in there. I'm helping.
okay. I need to read this one really quick. Just to see what
Yeah,
it
does
does.
entangle last forever or
1 minute, right?
For entangle.
Yeah.
until the spell ends? It can use its action to make a strength check against the DC
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I can keep making a strength
You
check.
can keep making strength checks to break out of it.
13.
That's a 15 for
All
the
right.
DC is 15.
Still entangled. I'm trying to think.
So
which one do I
that
want
means
to do?
unless it has, I use its action to do that, so unless it has a bonus action.
Oh, I thought it was okay. I thought it was at the
Yeah.
end.
No,
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
it's just gonna cast something instead.
Yeah. It's gonna.
Okay.
It's going to accept that it's there. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly it is that's going to do.
So it'll be a disadvantage if it's your usual attack.
Yeah. So it's going to use that spell slot.
Ooh.
and due to where it is, it can only hit 2 of you. So each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. And you have to get a 13 or higher.
I'll have a
Is
5.
that...
because of
Wait,
my
who needs
aura.
to?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Ridire and Talamh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, good.
both get a, you both get a +5 to that.
We get a +5 to that?
+5. Any saving throw.
So I think I'm calculating this correctly then.
That. Okay.
Because I've got a 6 for my regular dexterity, and then you gave me the +5, so right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will just do my dex saving throw, and then I get a +5 to this. So I got a critical fail.
I'm
but
assuming a 29 is fine.
it doesn't really matter
Yeah,
because
it doesn't
it'll
matter for the critical. 29
the critical, yeah.
definitely succeeds. But,
you still take half, I'm assuming.
Yep, so I'm just gonna roll it all out. She cast
And then
it
I take full.
Yeah, she cast it at 6th level.
Oh,
What spell is it?
Lightning Bolt.
Ow.
holy mackerel.
So I take 37 lightning damage.
Yep.
Okay.
How much
Uh,
Hey,
health
guys.
are you left with?
Talamh.
I'm still standing.
Are you really? That's awesome.
yeah.
Talamh, you take 18.
I still have 11 hit points.
I've got 41 now.
And I have not used any of my healing magic yet.
That's gonna be her turn.
Alright,
So,
Ridire.
yeah, Ridire, you're up.
In the interest of keeping myself alive to tank for the team, I am going to something really here. I don't know if this is an action. I didn't have my D&D Beyond pulled up. Got it there. Just a second. Because if I can just stand there and take hits, then that lets you guys do things. So,
Right.
and I don't have extra healing yet, but I have one extra ability. Oh my gosh, this is loading very quick. I apologize. It's a bonus. Bow. Ooh, wait a second. Is that an action? I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity, which doesn't cause an action.
Okay.
I'm going to use Rebuke the Violent. Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of me deals damage with an attack against a creature other than me, and it dealt damage to Talamh, it has to make a Wisdom saving throw versus my spell save DC, or else it takes an equal amount of radiant damage.
Okay.
And that isn't okay. So that is an action, so I can't do that. So it has to make a Wisdom saving throw, and my spell save DC is 16.
I rolled a 21.
Okay, so I don't think it does. On a failed save, it takes On a successful save, it takes half as much damage, so it's going to take 9 radiant damage. That's my once per day channel divinity.
Oh.
And then I'm going to use Lay on Hands, and I'm going to use all 30 of my points to just get myself back up to a bunch of hit.
Nice.
Okay.
I have another healing ability. I was trying to see if it was a bonus action, but it is a full action. So I'm to.
Oliver, you're up.
I'm going to cast. Are there any small rocks around here?
There's the one that Talamh handed you.
Ooh, I suppose there is. But I can't be carried.
Oh.
I'm
How
going
much
rocks?
You're in a cave, and it's been blasted with acid and, like, you know.
I bet a bunch of rock crumbled loose when her entangle shot the rock spears up.
Yeah, there's little pebbles and stones everywhere.
Then I'm going to use catapult on one of them. And
I love catapult.
pulling a rock just straight at her head, basically.
Alright. What level spell is that?
I'm going to just use that as a first level.
I believe it's a first level spell.
Okay. So you put the energy in the rock. It lifts up into the air, and then it falls suddenly at your feet.
Some sort of anti-magic aura.
And she has her eyes trained right on you, Oliver.
Well, I'm going to just kind of stay where I'm at, and
I will say, if you're within 10 feet of me, you gain a bonus of that saving throw thing, so you don't have to stand directly next to me if you want to spread out a tiny bit.
Yeah, I will.
You can also use me as a human shield by standing.
I'm gonna keep him as a human shield, of course.
Fair enough. That then puts it at Talamh's turn.
Alright. I'm going to... What's that?
Oh, I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking to myself.
I think, seeing that she can cast all these spells at us, I'm going to, I guess, move to here, and then I'm going to jump at her, and in the middle of my jump, I'm going to turn into a big old rocky wolf. And I'm going to land there.
Okay.
And I will do the bite attack.
Is Wild Shape a bonus action?
Yes,
It is with
for
Circle
Moon
of the
Druid.
Moon.
Oh, I need to hang on. I gotta make sure it's got to roll the other d20.
Oh,
Because we've got advantage.
it's a giant wolf.
Made of
So
rock.
I doubt either of those hit.
I'm only seeing the one, I think.
I had to roll the other one because
Oh, okay. 11 and 12?
yeah.
Those miss. So,
Okay.
it is her turn.
Now, wolf face.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh shoot! I just realized something. Was that an 18 that she hit me with?
Yes.
18 damage, yeah.
All right. I gotta roll that Constitution
yeah.
save to.
Oh, she
So-
is no longer...
That was for magic stone, right?
No,
Oh, no,
that
that
was
was-
for the entangle.
No, that's
That was for the entangle.
the
Yeah, so she's no
concentration
longer
entanglement.
entangled. All right.
But I mean, I guess it doesn't really change a whole lot because she only gets to move now. I think, right?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
it's now her turn.
Okay, good. I'm
Because
glad I
you
remembered that.
you still acted first even after the entangle broke off.
Well, I'm glad I remembered that before it started to affect combat.
Yeah.
All right. Now that she is free, she is going to cast. Oh. Oh. Hmm. No, that won't work. Okay. No. No. All right. Well, move there.
Hmm.
And
Oh God.
Cast lightning bolt again.
all she has left.
I'm assuming it's at a lower spell slot this time. Maybe
Little
not.
bit. Little bit.
Well, Talamh still is within 10 feet of me, so you still get the +5 bonus to your dex save.
Nice.
Yep, so Talamh and Oliver. Dex saving throw.
Really missed me.
So 19 total because the +5.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, that's a nat 20. 30.
Okay. Half damage for both? Yep. Yep, half damage for both. And you actually both were supposed to take an additional d6 last time. I messed that up, but that's okay. So,
Oh my god.
18 again.
18.
Oh, this is out of your wolf HP, though, not your base HP.
Yeah, it's out of my temporary.
So,
And
not as bad.
that is... That is it.
Full damage still wouldn't have killed me as a wolf.
So,
Yeah,
It would have taken me very
points make
close.
druids very dangerous.
that is her turn.
Okay, so it's me now, right?
Yeah.
So now here's the question: do I try and heal Oliver?
I have
do I-
I have potions, so you don't have
Okay.
to do too much.
I'm gonna run right up next to it, and I'm gonna yell out, "Wield me only with valor!" and I'm gonna hit her with my sword.
Rolled a hit.
Oh, that is a crit. Oh no, wait, do I have advantage because we're flanked? No, we're not quite. So that's a 6. That is
You
Yeah.
could have run.
Oh.
You could have run to the other side of her.
Actually, yeah, I think I probably would have. Too late now.
Yeah.
Roll a d4. On an even, you'll run to the other side, and an odd, you'll stay.
That's a 4. Okay then. So then it's an 18.
That was your instincts taking over as Ridire. So,
Yay.
18, that hits.
Yeah.
Roll for damage.
That's 9 slashing damage.
Alright.
That's what
Um,
your sword does.
That's all. It's just a D8 plus my strength, and my strength's not super high. But I am going to
I thought you
divine
had hella
smite.
strength.
No, my strength's only a +2.
The twos. Oh, never mind. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, so I rolled a 7 +2. I'm gonna divine smite, which is why Chuck went okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use a first level spell slot, so it's an additional 2d8 radiant damage.
2d8.
2d8, so it's
How do you
11
wanna
more
do this?
radiant damage.
Ooh.
So I run up behind it as it's like wrestling with the wolf, and I say, "Wield me only with valor," and I just slash, and like as my sword starts moving through the air, it lights up with holy ambient light, and then just beheads her in one swing.
Oh.
And then I clean my sword off on something, and then sheath it, and I say, "Sheath me only with honor."
Was that the final blow? Nice.
Was.
If he says, "How do you want to do this?" that means you killed it, then you get the
Oh, okay.
Dang.
something we stole from Critical Role.
Yeah.
So that's why he was like, "Okay," because the 9 was probably just barely enough not to kill it, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
He knew what was
You
coming.
got it down to 2, which meant...
Which
Darn
meant
it.
guaranteed death because of first level. Actually, I still have one more attack. That's the thing. So it was guaranteed death
Yeah.
if I hit.
Well, I mean, doing 39 damage in a single hit is going
Yeah,
to...
that was helpful.
Well, holding
But I
the
mean-
damn thing still. That
Yeah,
was
we've
awesome.
also. I mean, we essentially previously arranged that it was going to be fighting us on its own, so that helped us out too.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right.
Wow. Alright, well, we're out of combat. It has been a couple hours, so I think this is a perfect place to
Yeah.
end for the night. Thank you for watching. We will be back with something else next week, as we're gonna take a week off of D&D for so look for that. But as always,
I actually real quick have a question.
yes,
The title asks, "Will blood be drawn?" Does she have blood?
yes,
Okay, cool. Just
Blood was drawn, guys.
we had to answer the question.
yes. I get to definitively say yes, blood was drawn.
Cool.
So, from all of us here at Roll for Initiative, I'm PsychGuy saying, may you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. Have a good night, everybody.